God.
Those savages are threatening our whole operation.
See, I'm something of a
big fucking heart hero. Little fight meal. I like that.
You in my house, motherfucker!
You've called out the thunder. Now, get ready for the boom!
What's up, savages?
What's up?
Let's jump in on the big news right off the bat, man. So,
Let's get it. I don't know this, so you're telling me we got a big blockbuster to
I told you I wanted to break this out for you. So, UFC 230, November 3rd, Madison Square Garden. Get your blunts ready because Nate Diaz is back.
Oh, who's he fighting?
Dustin Poirier.
Oh, shit, Poirier and Diaz?
Yep, co-main event. The main event of this fight, I believe, is going to be Yoel Romero and Paulo Costa.
Holy shit.
Is on that card. Also on that card, Jacare versus David Branch are the 3 announced fights so far. Oh, there's 4 announced fights. I take that back. Because Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman is on this card also. Jesus Christ.
Christ, that's a stacked card.
That's 5 deep, so that's the whole main card.
Oh, yeah. That's probably going to be in order.
You're damn true.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so Nate Diaz is back to take on Dustin Poirier, man.
Incredible.
I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either.
Like, some guys at work told me about it as soon as I walked into the break room yesterday. And I was like, whatever, man, you got some garbage news. But it's true. It's true.
Wow.
Yeah, so, man,
That's
it's been a while. It's been 2 years. He's not fought since Conor, has he?
Whoever wins that fight should get an automatic title shot.
Nah, what about Tony, bro?
Shit, man, that division's so loaded, and there's just such a logjam, man.
I mean, the obvious best case scenario is Conor beats Khabib and Diaz beats Poirier.
Right, and then they fight for the 3rd time.
I watched both of those fights recently. And
yeah, they're great. They were incredible fights.
Fantastic. Even Maria was interested.
I just think that I just don't think Khabib's going to lose, though.
I don't either. Did you see, talking about Khabib, did you see him last night?
Yeah, Khabib actually showing some support at PFL for his boy. I thought that was awesome.
For his Dothrakis.
Human Dothraki. That's right.
You want to talk about this PFL from last night a little bit?
Yeah, let's jump into it. It's not going to take long. It was pretty lackluster at best.
Yeah, it was mediocre. This is the straight sizzler PFL number 5 sizzler special. Straight mediocreness. Yeah, I mean,
I was excited too, man. I got up this morning like super early to watch these fights, and yeah,
oh, you watched them this morning too?
Yeah, they really didn't deliver like I wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, well, I just got done watching them. The first 2 fights, man, they were really boring.
Yeah, they weren't good, especially considering that you had the Dagestani versus who was it? The dude that fought Gaethje back in the
Luis Firmino.
Yeah, Firmino. I thought that would have been a great fight.
That was the least impressive fight of the night.
Yeah, no. Did you think that Firmino lost the fight? I mean, I did. I thought there was a lot more activity from the Dagestani dude.
Oh yeah, the Dagestani dude won.
Yeah, but Firmino was pissed. Like he thought he should have won. It's just like, how?
Yeah, get out of here, man.
So he's out. He's eliminated.
Yeah, Maxim Grishin and beats Rakeem Cleveland by rear naked choke. I must have fell asleep, man.
What was Cleveland doing in that one?
I don't know, dude.
He let him take his back and choke him out. Like, that was a really easy finish.
He just gave it to him. Will Brooks and Robert Watley in a snooze fest.
Yeah, that one was terrible, too. The only thing that was impressive is Will Brooks had, I think it was 8 takedowns.
Yeah, that was impressive. And he was looking for a rear naked choke for about 42 minutes.
He could not close the deal.
He couldn't
There
get
was
it.
no feeling of the deal happening in that one. That was one thing I thought was crazy, is that he had so much control that he could not finish the fight. That's a little concerning moving on to the big playoff round.
You want to see somebody seal the deal? Did you see the highlight from that Chris Wade fight?
I didn't see it. No.
Holy shit! It was. You fast forwarded through it, didn't you?
All right. Was it a flying knee?
Yeah, dude. He ran in like from the very start of the fight, and blasted that fly. That was vicious.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was like Thiago Alves back in the day.
Let's just come in full speed, man. So that's the savage of the night.
Yeah. On a mediocre card, the undercard guy definitely gets that for sure. Did you see the last? Was the last fight Jason High?
Yeah, man. He wasn't going to tap, was he?
That was terrible, man. They were doing they kept doing screen or little camera shots of his daughter. It was the first time his daughter was watching the fight, and she had to watch her dad get choked the fuck out.
That Natan Schultz is fucking real.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The thing that we're getting to see with this PFL thing that I like the most is you have all these like Dagestanis and Brazilians that nobody knows about, and they're like, I'm here, motherfucker.
Come up. Yeah, absolutely.
Like this Vinny Mogales dude.
Oh, yeah. We missed that one. Yeah, we forgot about that one. That was a clicking. That was that first round knockout? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, dude. Once he I'm not sure how much that kick connected, but it took him down.
All I know is the guy didn't defend himself, so the ref made a good choice. Like, he didn't even.
Man, he was trying to, and I was thinking, like, even before he stopped it, I was like, Jesus, this guy's trying to defend himself, but he's done. He's not getting out of this. This dude is smothering him.
You can tell a guy is done when after the fight, the ref calls the fight, and the guy doesn't even make it like a big scene about it.
Yeah. Did you see what Jason High did? Yeah,
Jason High thought he was still in the fight. He got choked literally the fuck out.
And then he tried to throw a knee on Murgliata.
Yeah, that was High's out. High's gone. High's eliminated.
I feel bad for him though.
Do what?
I feel bad for him because he got straight fucked.
Oh, it was horrible. He had to sit there and get his ass kicked in front of his daughter for the first, the first time his daughter's watching a fight.
Well, not even that. Do you remember that first fight they called he tapped and he never tapped.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Remember he threw all those chairs and shit.
Yeah, that's right. He did have that Bobby Knight moment.
That cost him the chance at $1 million anyway.
Yeah, it did. I mean, he's got a definite bitch about that. But yesterday was a no-doubter. He didn't have to tap. He got tapped out.
No, that just goes to show me he probably didn't tap the first time either.
No. Well, I mean that's just more evidence that he didn't tap because the guy just choked out before he tapped.
So that was the fifth. We got 3 more rounds of this before the playoffs start.
Okay.
These playoffs are going to be exciting, man, because it's going to go from 8 to 2 in one night in each division.
Yeah, I wonder when that's going to happen. They're going to probably spread that out way later, I bet.
Well, the finale's not until December, so I'm guessing each night will be one weight class.
Oh, the finale's not till
New Year's
Eve.
Yeah, so I'm guessing when the playoffs start, it's going to be still every 2 weeks, but it's going to be one division.
Yeah, they'll break it down
at a time. I think so.
Right.
That makes sense. It's going to be awesome, too.
We have just a phenomenal fall and winter of fighting coming up. Like it's just going to be a great season. Fight season is here, man.
Dude, the fights that we have lined up right now are legit.
So much good stuff coming for us, man. I can't wait. And how about this fucking weekend? Get excited.
I'm pumped, man. Potentially the best fight of the year. My favorite rivalry. People are fired up for this fight. Dudes at work that, are occasional MMA fans are hitting me up this week at work like, who you got? I love Dillashaw versus Garbrandt.
No love.
everybody knows this fight, though. Like, these two dudes legitimately hate each other.
Like, this is not one of those fabricated storylines. These guys fucking hate each other. And they probably have, like, I feel like these guys probably hate each other even when TJ was there. Like, I just don't think their personalities meshed.
Not
like,
at
I just
all.
don't see them ever being boys. Like, they're just, like, polar opposites to me.
The only thing these dudes have in common is that they are good.
But, yeah, they're both damn good, world-class fighters.
These two dudes stand head and heels above the rest of the division.
Oh, so much better. Yes.
Like,
I can't wait to watch this fight, Email. I'm so pumped.
Other than Mighty Mouse, there's nobody for either of these guys to fight other than each other. I mean, that's just how it is.
Is my reservation booked at the Middleton Manor?
Check it in.
Let's get it. I can't wait. The fight card is not as explosive as it was when Gustafsson was on the card, but I'm still very excited about it.
Yeah, we have some other good fights.
It's not when we get to see Mighty Mouse and No Love on the same card. I mean, count me in all day.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Let's jump into cover a little bit of news before we.
Yeah, get it. I mean, you already dropped that bombshell.
I had to, man. That was the biggest news. There's not a lot of like real news out there since we did the show earlier this week. Here's some news. October 27th in UFC Moncton. I don't know where the fuck that's at.
Uh-oh. Sounds like an OSP card.
It's going to be headlined by Vulcan versus Anthony Smith.
Vulcan is going to... So Vulcan... Ustamir or Vulcan? What's his name?
Uzdemir versus Anthony Smith.
Okay. I like that.
Oh, this is in Canada. At Moncton. Never heard of this place. Moncton?
Yeah, I don't know.
Never fucking heard of it. Whatever, man.
Is it Canada's version of Boise?
It's a city in New Brunswick, Canada.
Oh, okay.
So, a fucking scrando location here.
That sounds like a Lincoln, Nebraska card in Canada.
If I've ever seen one, man, it is.
Yeah, Canadians are like, what the fuck is this about? Why is it not in Toronto?
So Colby Covington yesterday was taking pics with his boy Trump in the Oval Office with the UFC title.
Fuck off, Colby Covington. Fuck off. He's dead to me forever for that shit.
Eat a bag of dicks. He's got a Make America Great Again hat on, and Trump's holding the UFC title belt.
He just went to the bottom of the line. Fuck you forever, Colby Covington. Fuck you forever, and you're going to lose that belt.
So, Rose Namajunas isn't talking shit, but her boyfriend is.
Really?
Yeah.
So Pat Barry is talking shit for Rose?
Yep.
About other women?
I think Joanna is fucking herself over by not accepting defeat. That's why she lost to Valentina 3 times. Lost the first time, she got robbed. Lost the second time, she got robbed. Lost the third time. Knockout to Rose wasn't her fault. Lost a decision wasn't her fault. She wants to fight Rose again. She's not going to be able to. It's still going to be Rose.
I mean, I think that Rose Namajunas needs to be focused on other fighters because there's other people that are coming for her.
Yeah, man. The only thing Joanna
is she can sleep on anybody else because I just don't. I think Rose is amazing, but I think she can be beaten any day of the week.
Sometimes somebody just has your number, you know.
Yeah, I just feel like this is just a certain circumstance where Rose is better than Joanna because Joanna tries to head game people and Rose doesn't let her. If Rose let her get inside her head, it'd be a different ball game.
I don't even think it's that at this point. I think some people you just match up for whatever reason. You just match up terrible against somebody.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of like John Jones and Cormier.
Yeah, like there are people that John Jones is not unbeatable. We know that.
Gustafson honestly beat him before, but the card at the time, John Jones was at his most popular level for the UFC, and they were not about to let some random Swedish guy beat him. That's the real deal about it.
Yeah, if we're going to be 100% about it, the night he fought OSP, no, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He's very good, but
fantastic.
Any of the elite guys, the 1, 2, 3, 4 or so guys, beat John Jones that night because he was not on top of his game.
There is no such thing as an unbeatable fighter. We thought Stipe would probably keep on moving on until he retired basically with the belt, but he got slept on by Cormier.
If there's
anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
If there's any better example of it, it's GSP.
Oh yeah, Matt Serra.
He looked absolutely unbeatable.
Oh yeah, there's been fights where St. Pierre's looked like the greatest fighter of all time. Same with Anderson Silva.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now Anderson's a little different. Okay, hold on.
What's up?
I just seen it. I'm witnessing some bullshit in front of my very eyes at this very moment.
Uh-oh.
There's been a change-up in the UFC lightweight rankings.
There's been a change-up? Like today?
Tony Ferguson has dropped from 1 to 2.
Behind who?
Conor McGregor has risen to number 1.
No.
How?
He hasn't fought anyone. How can you
get the fuck out of here.
How can you rise in rank when you haven't been in the octagon? He hasn't fought. He's fought in a boxing ring.
What kind of bullshit is this?
He wasn't even in an octagon. He was in a fucking boxing ring. What are you talking about, UFC?
Conor just took the number 1 contender spot.
Tony's going to end up going to Bellator because he's going to be like, fuck the UFC. This is garbage.
Dude, could you imagine? Tony versus Michael Chandler?
Yeah. Let's sign me up.
Let's do it now.
Yeah. I'd like to do that right now. Like, right now. Let's go.
What a load of bullshit. I can't even believe that. There's no basis for that whatsoever.
Disrespect, man. You lose your title on a UFC promotion, and then you get disrespected like this. I would be just absolutely pissed the fuck off if I was Tony Ferguson.
I don't know, man.
He never even lost his belt. That's my biggest issue with this whole entire thing. Like, he never even lost his belt. They basically stripped him of it.
Eddie Alvarez came out talking about the fight with Poirier yesterday.
Oh yeah, what'd he say?
He said, controversial calls, judging, fan support can always add to the drama, but in the end, one stands and one falls. Hats off to Dustin and his team. He stayed calm, fought beautifully. This makes us 1-1. Yeah, the 12-6 elbow was a little controversial. I don't have any problem with that. As far as
the rules, man.
That rule needs to change.
Yeah, but it was the rule, so like that is it's kind of like an is what it is situation. But yeah, I agree.
Let's dig a little deeper into this. I've got a bit to say about it from a few different angles. Angle number one, I heard somebody interviewing Poirier and asking him about this after the fight, and
did you see that? It sounded like Alvarez talked a lot of shit leading up to this.
Well, not even that. It said Poirier sounded like, specifically with that elbow, that he gestured to the ref that it didn't bother him not to do anything.
Right.
But it was the rules. Who was it? Mark Goddard, I think, was the ref in this fight.
Maybe, I think so.
It seems like it. Either way, it was one of the high-level refs. And Poirier was fine with it. Eddie Alvarez, I don't really think that was I don't think that strike should be illegal at this point. I've heard plenty of people talking about it, And the straight down elbow does not have as much force to it as think about if you're dropping your elbow versus like a sideways elbow.
Yeah, you're slicing like that the sharpest part of your elbow. If you throw it from that angle, I feel like it slices you harder than.
Well, not even that. Just sitting there, you can play with your elbow and see when you're pulling across your body and then kicking your arm out like an outward elbow.
Yeah,
that has way more torque behind it. Than just dropping your elbow, because when you're pulling it like across your body and then coming out with it, that's vicious.
Yeah, the 12-6. Yeah, I mean, I get it. At the same time, I don't think that they should outlaw one. It's kind of like when John Jones lost that, or got that no contest against Mark Hamill way back in the day for throwing illegal elbows.
Yeah. Now I saw. Just staying on this subject, I watched an interview, I think it was on Joe Rogan's show. He had Big John on there, and basically Big John was talking about how the 12-6 became illegal. And when they were setting the unified rules for MMA, it was Big John was there, whichever one of the Fertittas was leading the thing at the time was there.
I think it was
Lorenzo probably, yeah. The other, like some other big promotions at the time, Strikeforce was there. Anyway, and they were having a meeting with I believe the New York State Athletic Commission about getting this stuff, unified. So there's one set of rules.
Right.
And everything they brought up, Big John fought back on. There were several things they wanted to be illegal that he was, able to explain to them why it shouldn't be illegal. And at some point, there was a video. There had been one fight where a guy just got fucked up with 12-6 elbows, and when they brought that up that they wanted that to be illegal, Big John started to go in and defend it, and Lorenzo was just like, "No, let him have this one."
Huh.
Like, that's the whole explanation.
Wow, that's kind of weak. And
it's just something that hasn't changed since then. But that's what Big John was also talking about that too. That the 12-6, there are plenty of more, elbow strikes that are legal.
Right.
Then specifically, like, that's a very specific move because it's not illegal to go from 1 to 7, or 11 to 5.
Exactly.
It's just straight up and straight down, and I feel like the refs give pretty good leeway on that.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. Like I just don't think any of them should be. I would like to see none of them be illegal, but that's just me.
There's a few rules I don't like. I mean, I'm not that big on the.
I've also officially decided my least favorite thing about PFL is they can't throw elbows, because it's weird as shit when they're on the ground and like you got a ground and pound situation. And
you can see, you can see the opening. Yeah. You're like elbow.
Like, I'm trying to think which one it was earlier. I was just watching this morning. Like the guy had like elbow opportunity after elbow opportunity, and then he ended up not finishing the fight because he couldn't throw those elbows. I mean, I get it though, because they have to have the longevity of the fighter, but still, it definitely kind of throws a little bit of weakness into that PFL. But what were you saying about what's another rule you don't like?
I'm not a big fan of the new rule about having the 3 points of contact down grounds you.
Yeah, that's not great.
If you get one hand, if
you're about to get like kneed or like you think you're about to get knocked out, you can just put your hand on the ground like that.
No, you got to have 4. I mean, you got to have 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, one last thing I want to talk about leading us into our discussion and our picks for UFC 227.
I think I'm ravaging you right now, by the way.
Ravaging me in what?
In the picks department.
Oh, you got a slight lead, man. It's 3-2.
What now?
3-2. 3-2. Get it straight. Now, this is going to be a real interesting quote.
All right.
Coming from Demetrius Johnson. If I was to, go out and collect all the belts, now that's something that's okay, I've proven that I'm the best. If I was to go to one championship, win the flyweight division there, go to Ryzen, win the flyweight division there, and then go to Bellator, win the belt there, now this speaks volumes. For me to have every unique looking belt around the world, that gets me excited if you really want to know. That's where it's you have me interested now.
Wow.
Peace out, UFC.
Yeah, that sounds like he might be leaving.
How big of a star is he, though, man?
He's huge. Well, he's huge to us, but apparently...
No, dude, he's a huge star.
But I don't think the UFC gives him that kind of respect.
If he goes to... Comparative, let's say, to Rory McDonald, how is he way bigger than Rory McDonald?
To me, he's way bigger than Rory McDonald.
I mean, obviously to us, yeah, but I'm talking about star power-wise, just name recognition.
No, he would be the biggest star in the history of Bellator if he went there.
Oh, by far. By far.
It wouldn't even be close. It would be a complete landslide. We're talking about one of the greatest fighters of all time.
The second biggest let's be honest about it. Rory McDonald's a big name, but Fedor's the biggest name in Bellator.
Yeah, Fedor's the biggest name, but Fedor's no Mighty Mouse.
No, Mighty Mouse. Right now, well, because a lot of Fedor's fights were overseas, Mighty Mouse has such a big U.S. following.
Well, yeah, and also Mighty Mouse has defended his title on a ridiculous
12
level.
times.
12 times. That's absolutely nutty, man.
I tell you what, he talks about that exciting him. That excites me.
It excites me too. I hope he actually. It also could cause. We've talked about this a lot, a huge snowball effect, where if Mighty Mouse leaves,
it only takes one.
The door. Yes, it only takes one.
Rory McDonald really opened it up.
Yeah, he did.
And the success he's had there and the money he's making there. And then you hear guys like Matt Meet Your Own talking about how he's making so much more money in Bellator than he ever did in UFC.
He made more money in Bellator than he ever made in the UFC, and he was in the UFC for a long time.
Right. So you hear guys talking like that, and it makes you wonder. One of these big-name guys is going to jump it. They're going to look at it and say, hey, man, the competition is good, but it's not as good as UFC, and I can get paid more, and I can just be so dominant.
After this Brock Lesnar thing, I could see Stipe going to Bellator. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
I don't know how long his new contract was for, how many fights it was.
I don't know, but I'm sure he's frustrated.
I mean, and then you've got guys like Francis Ngannou who Dana White just shit all over.
And Volkov too. I feel like he's not getting the respect he deserves. I mean, the dude deserves. He's so damn close to a title shot. He was dominant as shit. Maybe he should just go back to Bellator.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him right now, would you?
Yeah, be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to win my title back. Yeah, I mean, Volkov was a stud over there, and he hasn't lost one fight since being in the UFC. He's been dominant, and he's not even getting any respect.
I mean, just off the top of my head, there's plenty of guys that are guys that seem like that could be in their future.
James Vick.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. We've already talked about James Vick having his issues with the UFC.
I can see Ally Quinta going there.
Ally Quinta, Stipe, Francis Ngannou.
Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferg, yeah, we just talked about that.
I mean, there's plenty of dudes, man. I'm telling you, you and I have been talking about this forever. Bellator is coming.
Yeah, just a couple of these dudes does that. Look at a guy like Jeremy Stevens. He's the perfect example of a guy that it's become clear that he's really good, but he's never going to, become a champion in UFC.
Not in the UFC, but in Bellator, he's got a damn good chance.
That's what I'm saying. Bellator, he's got a damn good shot. You got a guy like
a title shot instead of not UFC. Stevens has been very close to a title shot, and maybe even possibly deserved one. But politics in the UFC it's a real thing. It's a very real thing.
Yeah, and also guys like another guy in that same boat right now. Damian Maia.
Yeah.
He could,
I think all of the aging veterans are all going to, like, after Machida, because we haven't really talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you were gone. You were gone the week when Machida, the news broke. And
we talked about it a little.
Yeah, Machida is a huge signing for Bellator. I mean, because last time he fought, he put Belfort to sleep.
He's
and that's
still good.
Amazing. Yeah, he's still very good.
Who did he win? He won his fight before that, too, against, what's the dude, Eric?
Eric, your boy Anders.
Eric Anders from Alabama. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, that was a little controversial because it was in Brazil, but yeah, Machida still got it.
I didn't think he did, but I thought Eric Anders won that fight.
Yeah, Anders won that fight, definitely. But Machida didn't look like he sucked in it. Like, he still definitely has. He has it still. He hasn't missed he hasn't really missed a step yet. And that's why I think Machida's going to be dangerous in the Bellator.
Man, I mean, what happened, and then these women, too. Like, what happens when somebody like Michelle Watterson is like, you know what? I could be a champion in fucking Bellator, and they will promote the shit out of me.
Paige Van Zandt?
She'll never leave UFC.
I don't think she's one of the.
I don't know if she'll fight more than once more.
Yeah, she might be. Yeah, she's probably looking on the way out.
She just got the chest done. That's not a sign. Well, I'm just saying that's not a sign to me of somebody that is going to keep fighting very long.
True.
That
you might be right.
That kind of says to me I'm looking at other things right now.
Yes, that's true.
All right, man. So let's jump into this UFC card.
Let's get it.
For the first time, let's start our breakdown of this card off with a quick run-through and decide whether you should pay for this shit or not. Buy or stream. Which one is it going to be? So, on the main card kicks off with Thiago Santos versus Kevin Holland.
Thor.
That's pretty solid. We love our boy Thor. So, I mean, that's like one thumb up if he was fighting somebody good. I'm not saying Kevin Holland's not good. We've just not seen him. I've never seen him fight.
He's a mystery. He's a mystery. So we have to give it one thumbs up because we don't know about the other side of the fight equation.
Oh, yeah. He's from the Contender Series. That's right.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He's going to get ravaged.
And he didn't get a finish either. It was a unanimous decision.
I can tell you who's going to get a finish.
Somebody in that Dillashaw Garbrandt fight.
Yeah, damn right.
Whoever wins that fight's getting a finish. Then you got Polyana Viana versus JJ Aldridge. No clue.
Yeah, nope. Move on.
Then you get Cub Swanson versus Renato Moicano. Now we're getting somewhere.
Two thumbs up. Two huge thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. That'll be an exciting fight, man.
That could potentially, honestly, well, it could be the second best fight of the night.
Oh, yeah, there's never going to be a discussion over which of these is going to be fight of the night.
No.
Then you get Mighty Mouse.
Moicano and Cub just completely steals the show.
Yeah, so 2 thumbs up there. Then you get Mighty Mouse versus Cejudo. 2 thumbs up here, man.
Oh, absolutely. I think Cejudo is one of the best threats to taking out Mighty Mouse.
I think he is the best threat. Mighty Mouse is so good, everywhere.
Here's the question. Are we going to see another flying armbar?
No. Definitely not. We're talking about a gold medal. We're talking about a gold medal Olympic wrestler here.
Yeah. They fought before, haven't they?
They did fight before. And we know who won.
Ways ago, like a long time ago, though, right?
No, it wasn't that long. It was Jones versus St. Preux.
Okay, so a couple of years ago.
Mighty Mouse KO'd him.
Yeah, but I think Cejudo's a lot better than he is.
Yeah, man. Since the last couple of times we've seen him, he's looked different. His striking has vastly improved.
Yes. So it's going to be a lot better fight than it was each time, I think.
I think it will, too. And then you have the amazing fight between Dillashaw and Garbrandt.
The rematch.
I mean, this is the best rivalry in recent years by a long shot.
Oh, easily.
This
it's
by far.
It's a true hate rivalry. Like, it's not fake UFC driven, like beef. Like, this is legitimate beef with each other. They hate each other.
And as far as rivalries go, the only one on this level is probably Conor and Nate Diaz.
Right.
Maybe Conor could be, but we'll have to see how that fight goes.
They can't. Yeah, we can't like even make it a rivalry until they actually fight each other. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't even like stepped inside the octagon against one another yet.
If TJ and Cody fought 10 times, I would watch it 10 times.
Absolutely. I feel the same way.
So, how do you rate this card? Buy it or stream it?
Oh, it's close.
It's very close.
Honestly, anytime you have Mighty Mouse and Cody, I'm going to go with a buy it. But it's very close. I would have been an absolute buy it if Gustafson had been on the card.
Yeah, for me, with the price of the cards these days, up to $65.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about. I mean, how do you weigh that? Like, you go like maybe like $10 per fight. Like, I'm trying to figure out exactly how they weigh that price point.
I mean, for me, I'm going to throw a pass on this one.
Yeah.
But man, it's close. I'm agreeing with you. If there were,
how much money would you pay to watch? Let's just say like it was a single competition. How much money would you pay to watch Dillashaw and Cody fight each other?
So if it was like a one fight,
like if you could pay for like this is a cool, unique idea. Like, what if you could just pay for like individual fights? Like, how much would you pay for this one?
I'd pay $30 for it.
Yeah, so like half the card. That's like half the card right there.
Yeah, I'd pay $30 for that fight.
And then Mighty Mouse is at least worth like maybe 10 or 15, $20.
He's probably worth $10.
So that puts 40. So then the rest. The problem is the rest of the card is just not that good.
Swanson versus Moicano is a good fight, but I feel like
it's like $5.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's a main event of a fight night for sure.
So we're coming up about $20 short. But if we want to break this down and saying like we go somewhere to watch it, like, and we actually spend more money, then it would probably make more sense.
I would pay $0 to watch Polyana Viana and JJ Aldridge fight.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. The rest of the card, I wouldn't want to pay for it at all.
I pay about $2 to watch Thiago Santos fight Kevin Holland.
Yeah, because if Santos was fighting somebody that we were excited about, the price would go up. Because I love watching Thor fight.
Yeah, of course, man. If he was fighting Shoeface Antonio Carlos Jr.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, we would be all over. That'd be maybe like $5-10 right there. Absolutely.
That would probably be enough to get me to buy this.
Yeah, Santos, that would take it over the top.
Yeah, that would do it.
Well, if Gustafson was fighting, if Gustafson and Uzumir would have been fighting, this would have been a no doubt.
It would be a no doubter, and
kind of like how the card you already described in November. Yeah. That is going to be like we don't even have to have the discussion or the topic. Like we're going to be like
the November card is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some of these cards, and I mean, you have to compare it.
I'm irritated by how top heavy it is. I have to be honest, though. Like they really didn't do a good enough job on the undercard of the main pay-per-view.
Now I'll say this: if we were splitting it between
couple people, yes.
Maybe 4 people. If we're splitting it between 4 people, I'd buy this card.
100%. It would be definitely worth it then because, like we already said, we'd pay, $45-50 individually for those fights? Yes.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you're watching this and 2 people, it's not worth the money to me.
Yeah, that's 5 a piece or some shit like that.
Yeah, especially when you compare it to some of the cards that are coming up. So some of the cards that are coming up, 228 is Woodley versus Till, but the rest of the cards is dog shit.
Yeah, see that's another one that.
Well, on that card you've got Shevchenko fighting for the title.
Yeah.
Andrade versus Kovalevich.
What's that poor girl's name that's going to be fighting Shevchenko?
Nico Montano.
Come on time. Yeah, she's fucked.
Well, this card's not that bad, actually. So the main 5 fights would be Woodley Till, Shevchenko Montano, Andrade Kovalevich, Yair Rodriguez versus Zabit.
Oh, that one's amazing.
And Aljamain versus Cody Stamann also. So, yeah, that's a lot better than what we're getting.
That one's better
right
than this one this weekend, yeah.
And Jim Miller is on this fight card. Jim Miller fights every other fucking fight card.
He's basically like Cowboy was back in the day.
He gets knocked out like every two weeks.
Can't be good for the concussion protocol. Cannot be good for it.
I feel like I see him get knocked out too many times. Anyway, so you got that one. Supposedly UFC 229 in October is going to be. That's in Las Vegas. Supposedly that's going to be.
Is that the Khabib and Conor?
Khabib and Conor, supposedly.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
They were hinting at it on PFL yesterday when they were showing
I heard
Khabib.
that. And then you got that insane card in October we just talked about. So, yeah, I'm going to save my money for some of those cards.
I'm okay with that.
All right, so nothing is really jumping out to me on the
prelims.
On the early prelims for sure.
The prelims are horrible.
I mean, there's a couple guys to watch on the regular prelims.
Nothing excites me. That's for sure.
Ricky Simon versus an undefeated Montel Jackson. Just as far as prospects go, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching Brett Johns.
Yeah, Brett Johns is a fun fighter.
So, I mean, this is a big spot for him. Pedro Munoz has looked good, and these guys having the main event on FX is pretty big for either one of these guys.
I'm sure we'll check it out.
Yeah, so let's do our picks, starting off with Thiago Santos versus Kevin Holland.
I'll keep this one short. Thor for the win. First round knockout. I don't think you don't put a dude in the Contender Series against the Savage. Good luck.
Yeah, Thiago Santos is an absolute animal, but he's given up 3 inches and 5 inches of reach.
Throwing a curveball, I see. You going for the shotgun?
Thiago's coming off a KO loss to David Branch.
Yeah, who is no fucking slouch.
But he KO'd everybody else before that, and he's going to KO Kevin Holland. So
yeah, so we're going to get a wash on that one.
We're getting a wash on that one. Then we have Polyana Viana versus J.J. Aldridge.
God, I don't even want to pick this one because I have no confidence in either one of these. Let me look at it.
I'm going to take Polyana. I'm taking Polyana Viana.
Well, damn it, I'm taking Polyana too, so no separation so far.
And only because she looks like a fighter.
Yeah,
J.J. Aldridge looks like a 14-year-old high school girl that is terrified.
I need to look at this. pretty good stuff.
She looks like she's about to start crying. Like, oh, why do I have to fight?
Why do I have to fight Polyana?
Yeah.
It's not Joanna.
True there.
Could be worse.
So then we get a real matchup with Cub Swanson versus Moicano.
Oh, God, that's going to be a hard one to predict.
Cub coming off a tough loss to Frankie Edgar. That was a brawl, man. That was a really good fight.
Swanson, Moicano. What a fight.
Both these guys 2 fights ago got submitted by Brian Ortega.
Yeah, this is the Ortega. I lost to Ortega fight right here.
Yep. I don't know, man. Cub Swanson's very, very well rounded.
Very. Yeah, he's a very well rounded fighter for sure.
He's been in this game for a long time. He knows all the tricks.
Seasoned, gritty veteran, absolutely.
And the one thing that when we look at who has the advantage where in this fight, Cub Swanson has the biggest discernible advantage, and that's on their feet. Moicano has the advantage on the ground, probably in the clinch as well, but Swanson has a decisive advantage on the feet.
Well, it's two different. It's like two polar opposites essentially. Like Cub's a really good stand-up fighter, and Moicano's best on the ground. So like it just depends on which way this fight goes. Like
at the same time, Cub is no slouch on the ground.
No, that's why I think Cub has the edge. Because I think Cub is, like you said, I think he's more well-rounded. Moicano, we haven't seen enough from Moicano yet to where I think he's going to be able to beat Cub Swanson.
So you're taking Cub Swanson?
I'm taking Cub. I can't go against Cub Swanson. There's very few times Cub Swanson loses, and usually against top 10. Like I think most of his losses have come against top-notch guys.
Yeah, he's coming off back-to-back, but they're against Ortega and Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, I was going to say legends of the sport.
You know what? I'm going to say Cub Swanson's time is up.
Okay. Trying to separate. You're trying to catch up to the pack right now. I see.
I'm going to go with Moicano.
I like that pick though. I could see it going either way.
Via decision.
My confidence pick. Like if we had confidence pick, it's not high. Like I'm not thinking that Cub Swanson's just going to come in here and dominate. Like I just don't think it's going to go down quite like that.
Then we have Demetrius, Mighty Mouse, 12-time defending champion Johnson.
The reigning, defending.
Undisputed. Baddest little motherfucker in the world.
Baddest little motherfucker on the planet. That's right.
He's like the guy that you walk up to, like your little brother has a friend over and he's a little dude and you're picking on him and then he just kicks your ass.
He's a beast.
Henry Cejudo is looking the best Henry Cejudo has ever looked.
Yeah, but can the best Henry Cejudo beat one of the greatest fighters of all time? That's the question.
The interesting thing about this fight, though, the thing that could really make it interesting is
the development of Cejudo's stand-up game.
That coupled with the fact that it's been nearly a year since we've seen Demetrius.
Yeah, there could be some ring rust. He could look sloppy coming out of the gate.
He's coming off of shoulder surgery.
Yep. This could be the time where he slips. I mean, we saw Stipe lose it, so nothing is surprising anymore.
If there's a time for him to lose, it's now.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking too. I just don't know if I can go that far up on the branch. I've been thinking about it all week.
If I were to bet on this fight, I would put my money on Henry Cejudo.
Oh, I would too, because you would win a shit ton if it actually paid off.
It wouldn't make any sense to actually bet on Demetrius because he's probably such a large favorite. I've not even looked.
Oh, I'm sure it's overwhelmingly huge.
If I'm playing DraftKings, I'm making at least one lineup with Henry Cejudo.
Oh, I plan on it. You know your boy likes variances, so I'll be all about that. I love picking the guys that no one wants to go after.
All that being said, I can't pick him to win the fight.
Yeah, I can't either. Like my logic in my brain will not allow me. After seeing a flying, armbar, there's no way I'm ever going to pick against Mighty Mouse. Like, it's just, like, the only time that I'll ever pick against Mighty Mouse is if he's fighting Cody Garbrandt.
And then I still won't be surprised if he wins.
No. So I'll never be surprised if Mighty Mouse wins. Like, the dude can do it all. He's arguably pound for pound the greatest fighter of all time. He's definitely in the conversation.
Now, before we get into that fight, which one of those guys do you think is a worse matchup for Mighty Mouse?
Cody. Absolutely.
Because of the power.
The power's it's just too overwhelming, I think.
Yeah, Dillashaw is more, I think Dillashaw, too. Yeah, it is. I think Dillashaw is more skilled than Cody.
Yeah. Yeah, Cody's just more of a fucking fireball, man. He is so damn aggressive, and he's such a he hunts you, man. He stalks you, hunts you, puts you away.
Something.
Cody doesn't start showboating again and gets knocked the fuck out. That's my only. I hope he's more focused this time
I've got
around.
2 issues with Cody in this fight.
Yeah.
We have never, ever seen him on the ground.
No. Not that I can remember.
Oh, he has defended 100% of career takedowns.
Yeah. He's never been taken down.
And averages 1 takedown per fight.
Right.
What happens if he gets taken to the ground?
We have no idea. We have no knowledge on it.
Can he defend anything? Because Dillashaw has an excellent ground game.
And we'll see. We're going to find out here tomorrow. We're going to find out tomorrow.
Quite honestly, I think Dillashaw's the better fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's a little bit more rounded. I think Cody's more dangerous. I think definitely Cody's the more explosive fighter. But I agree with you. CJ Dillashaw, I think, has the slight edge. But I think that there were a lot of factors in the last fight that we didn't know about till recently that led to why Cody lost the fight.
Yeah, I feel like there's a few of those.
I mean, I think there was a lot of legitimate factors. Like he honestly did not look like himself. He didn't look like himself from the Dominic Cruz fight. That's for sure. Like, he did not look that polished. Remember how fucking clean he was landing shots on Dominic Cruz and how, like, just ridiculously good he looked in that fight?
And not even the offense. I won't even say. Do you
remember
how
he really sucks. He was just like so smooth with how he was ducking those shots.
Cruz couldn't touch him.
No, he was that's where Cody is better than I think almost anyone. His defense against striking is just.
He put on a Muhammad Ali bob and weave expo.
His bob and weave is on another level.
Yeah, like Cruz could not lay a finger on him that night.
No, Cruz was so frustrated. I mean, Cody was doing push-ups in the middle of the ring and break dancing.
Man, 100 times I think this fight nobody wins more than 55 probably.
Yeah, I was going to say this is such an evenly matched fight that it would honestly be close to a 50-50 split 100 times.
It probably would. It would probably be close to that.
This is one of the closest, this is one of the true, best rivalries in the history of the mixed martial arts. Like, we have some, I hope they fight each other 10 times. I want to see them fight just forever and ever and ever. I want to see them fight for a long time. I want this to be one of the best rivalries in fighting history.
I'm trying to think of another rivalry that's as even as this one, and I just can't.
Not off the top of my head, I can't think of any of them. Honestly, I think this is one of the most balanced rivalries of all time. We've got 2 guys that legitimately equal each other in almost every conceivable way.
It really is amazing.
That's why I'm so excited about this fight.
The only other, they've not even fought yet, but the only other 2 guys that are this evenly matched are Holloway and Ortega.
I was going to say the same thing. You beat me to it. I think that one could be another one we see 5, 6, 7 times over again, and we'll be excited every single time we see it.
We'll probably see that one at different weight classes, too. I mean, because neither one of those guys can stay. What are they, 55? Yeah, neither one of those guys can stay there.
Ortega definitely can't.
Holloway can't either, dude. Both of those dudes are going to end up at 170.
Holloway walks around a lot heavier than he fights at, I believe. That's why he's been having such a hard time, making these fights at the last minute.
No, they fought at 45.
They fight at 145?
Yeah.
Really? Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, those guys are featherweights, man.
That's insane.
They fought at 45. No way they stay at 45.
They're gonna jump up and make that lightweight division just way too deep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, who you got, man? Let's get down to the final pick.
You already know I can't go against my boy. I don't give a shit I don't give a shit. Like when it comes to this kind of situation, I don't care. I'm going with no love. No statistics needed. He's my boy.
I'm picking Cody. I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see a more level-headed Cody, and I think the defense is going to be the key.
We're going to see a more professional Cody, I think, is what it's going to be. More professional, polished. He might still showboat because, that's kind of what he does. But I think we're going to see a much more focused one because he got slept while he was smiling at TJ last time.
I know. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the most just embarrassing knockouts.
If all the things Cody says are true about his injury situation and his lack of a training camp at all last time.
And it wasn't Joanna excuses.
If all those things are actually true.
Right.
TJ's in trouble. TJ doesn't seem as motivated this time either.
See, that's another factor I think is huge.
He never wanted this fight.
No, he didn't want to fight him again. He wanted to fight Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, he never wanted this fight.
Because I think TJ wanted to take his win and run, and never fight Cody again is his ideal world because he didn't want to have to fight, that kind of, the dude that hates you the most, he didn't want to have to fight him again. He should have known better because, the fight was really good. Last fight was actually still really good, and I remember Cody got damn close to knocking out TJ. He got saved by the bell. You remember that? He knocked him down, and he was on wobbly street too. He had no idea where he was.
He barely made it back because when you get saved by the bell like that, they have to let you walk by yourself back to the store.
He almost didn't make it back.
He almost didn't make it. All right, man. So the only pick we have different is Swanson and Moicano.
Go Swanson, baby. Keep the train rolling.
All right, man. So this is going to be a hell of a card.
Look forward to it.
We'll probably be hitting like we did last pay-per-view with the live show immediately following the card on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll do a live show. I think we can do a live show for sure.
Immediately following the card on YouTube. So look for us on there. Savage MMA Show on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You know where we are. We'll be back on Tuesday to break down all the action from this
Tuesday
card.
Night, right?
Yeah, it'll be later. Tuesday. We'll be dropping later. I won't be back until after 5 o'clock, so it'll be Tuesday night when we drop it.
It's going to be a dope night show. I'm excited about it.
Savage After Dark.
We're going to call it Prime Time Savage MMA Show.
You got it.
Yeah, I like Savage After Dark. Savage MMA Show After Dark. Let's get it.
All right, so we'll be back Tuesday night. Until then, stay savage.
Stay savage.